Good morning, everybody, and I hope you have a very interesting meeting in Bangkok. Here in Dakar, we enjoy to talk to you and to discuss about the Pole's development strategy and public finance. I'm Daouda Kamano. I'm Public Finance Management Regional Advisor in the regional platform for Western and Central Africa. First of all, I would like to draw up your attention on our unit, which is the Pole Strategy, Development Strategy and Public Finance, which is a regional hub of expertise. It's located in Dakar, in the regional central of Africa, and our unit is founded for the domain of taxation since 2015 by a EU project of €1 million. Our objective is linked to a MOU signed with France in 2007, because France was the former founder of the Pole activities. Our main goal is to support the poverty reduction strategy paper and to strengthen the alignment of budget with this type of document, or the priority of the document. Our regional scope is around 17 French-speaking countries of 2 regional economic commissions for Western and Central Africa. We use 4 modalities of intervention. First, the technical assistance missions to the member states of the 2 regional economic commissions. Then we have desk support. We also use the training and design of capitalization products, such as handbooks and guides. The rationale of our intervention in fiscal domain is to support, finally, the fiscal convergence and the efficiency of the tax function, looking at the most appropriate level of intervention, either the regional level with the RECs or the national level to the benefit of the member states. And we look also for niche of resource mobilization in close coordination with partners, in particular the IMF and the regional technical assistance centers. There are 2, the West African called Afritac de l'Ouest and the Central Africa called Afritac Centre. We have 3 strategic axes, 2 strategic axes and action carry out. The main objective, in fact, of our activity is to improve the mobilization of the national tax in a fair and transparent way. And for this, we try to contribute to a better national tax mobilization. And first, we introduce the dimension of strategic planning and the result-based management culture within the tax administration. And one example can be drawn out from Senegal, where we help the authorities to design a strategic plan of the General Directorate of Tax. This document can, of course, have an insertion on the necessity to found the SDG, and it was audited by the Senegalese Court of Auditors. Second point, we also support capacity building of staff in fiscal domain by three tools. The first one is the training of the technical control of complex activities such as mobile telephony and insurance, because these complex activities have a potential in tax mobilizing. The second point is the design of methodological guides and capitalization products in partnership with other institutions. And for example, we designed a guide on the recovery of valid added tax credit, and also another guide on the assessment of the tax expenditure. And third point, we also give direct assistance to key areas for mobilizing national resources in order to strengthen the financing of development. For example, we draw a huge mission for the assessment of tax expenditure in Congo in Democratic Republic of Congo and in Chad. And we also put in order a mission in the audit of the management of the value-added tax credits. At the regional level, we also drew a diagnosis of the Directorate of Tax and Accounting Harmonization of the CEMAC Commission, which is in charge of the regional accompanying of the member states. And we made also an assessment of the quality of the transposed text and design a roadmap for fiscal harmonization in the CEMAC zone. The CEMAC zone is the zone of one of the two RECs we are working on. And we also work on the adoption of a YMU text to harmonize the method of evaluating tax exemption. The second axis also is to contribute to a better tax governance and activating two tools. The first one is to improve the democratic government and the guarantee of the legal security of taxpayers. And the second one is to scale up the quality of fiscal law in the university curriculum. And specifically for this domain, we draw up a mission in 5 countries of the CEMAC region to discuss with the universities and to see how the fiscal domain was taken in account in the curriculum. It's important to scale up this matter for the next generation. We also propose free way of brainstorming, a free way to work on to increase the financing of SDG in either in YMU and in CEMAC. The first one is to continue the support of the member states in implementing the reform through the Regional Economic Commission. And for this specific point, it's important to know that the tax transition is underway in the states, and the UNDP support could be to design the tax transition program and support the country office in putting them in order. The second action will be to support the niche of resource mobilization already identified. First point, in each country to identify and evaluate the tax exemption, because it's a niche for resource mobilizing. The second point will be to work with the countries on the VAT, on the valid added tax management, to increase the efficiency and to gain for more important tax resources. And lastly, to share and control of more complex activities, for example, in the area we already identified, and in transfer pricing, extractive industries, banking activities, mobile telephony, and insurance, because all this area may draw additional resource for SDG funding. And last, after maybe the presentation of the director, maybe we can imagine also a brainstorming on the policy perimeter of the Tax Inspector Without Border initiative, which is a very performant joint initiative of OECD and UNDP to assist the developing countries. And we can discuss on the way, brainstorm on the way the UNDP could strengthen the component of training on recovery techniques in the area of high tax recovery potential. Thank you very much for your attention, and have a very, very interesting seminar.